match
from
between
Seattle,
Webb and,
Washington.
of course,
28-year-old is
Alexander.
6'1", 210. First, though,
The
it
record
is
Scott's other
Wayne
appearance
Webb.
was in,
Looks unbeatable, Chris. 33 of 34 balls in the pocket, 246 average. Let's see what happens. This is the title.
38,000 to the winner and a
Webb
car.
struggles in the first.
First television appearance for Scott Alexander. His second appearance in Toledo, however. He finished third in the American Bowling Congress Masters at Seagate in 1991.
Scott Alexander bumps the tempo.
Wow, he throws that ball awfully well. The big guy. And I'll tell you, he has a great style, Chris. I've watched him for a couple years. He's getting better and better. Got the contemporary wrist position. Everything in real good shape. Look at how he's pulled that left shoulder back. He cups that wrist, and it hits the line very solidly. As you can see, he's bowled 56 games this week. Those are 8-game blocks, and he led the pack. Now, he's going to play a little bit farther left than the rest of our players, and he'll be right around the third arrow. Real good strike ball if he can keep it in the pocket.
A double. And it uses the full approach here at Imperial Lanes. Now back to Wayne Webb. Strike up shooting in the second.
I don't think Wayne Webb expected Alexander to come out and throw the first two balls that well.
Both pros had big final games. As we mentioned earlier, Webb over Traber.
Both Webb and
And then
even.
Alexander over Albee, 256 to 200 to take the tournament lead.
Wayne Webb started bowling at the age of 3 with a duck pin ball, which weighs about 4 pounds. And Chris, that's kind of how I got started. A little duck pin ball, and the great Ned Day gave one to my father, who drilled it up for me. It's a great way to learn. Unfortunately, today's automatic pin setters won't pick that ball up.
Oh! Stop it, Tony.
And duck pins, for the uninitiated, is a game they play back east against 10 smaller pins. Similar scoring. Wayne Webb here in the third frame, solid 10. One of his really good shots that didn't pay dividends.
Nice cross-line shot coming back up to cover the 10-pin on the left lane. And Scott Alexander now a double up. His best finish thus far this year, other than here in Toledo, was 9th in Reno.
Chris, he told me before he went out there this winter that if he doesn't do well this winter, it's it for his bowling career. So this game means everything at this point.
3 in a row. And there's Sunday is right.
Nice couple. Scott Alexander, nice-looking young man, very likable. All the players like him, but he's never been in this position before. He's untested, and so far he's proven himself. In fact, he was in second place in the 56th and final game last night and defeated Albee to jump into the tournament lead with a big game. So he's proven himself so far under the gun.
Ten on the left lane. Scott was a very young man when he started watching the Professional Bowlers Tour telecast, Nelson, and he learned a lot from your tips and your expertise.
Well, I thank him. I hope he doesn't miss this 10-pin. We don't miss this in the tips. Atta boy, Scott.
Hey.
In the fourth.
Okay, we're in the championship game for the PBA national title. Back after this.
Bronson Pinchot returns as the prankster, and he's back for revenge. An all-new Lois and Clark.
How could you do that?
Kind of like this. Sunday on ABC.
Beginning to feel the importance of this final game. Wayne Webb with 3 victories, trailing by 10. He has a spare up, shooting in the 4th. His opponent, Scott Alexander, a non-winner. High hit and the 9-pin. If you just joined us, Webb with games of 235, 7 strikes, 248, 8 strikes, and 255, 9 strikes. and eliminating Jason Couch, Don Janello, and Mike Albee.
A spare, and here's Bo. Thank you, Chris Schenkel. Mike Albee, 2 good weeks for you. You could have won the match last week. You left a solid 7 in Peoria, and then you hit the hole almost every shot this week. It looks like it's a little tougher out there for the lefties than the righties.
Well, we were forced in just a touch deeper on the show here and couldn't quite get as much flip as we had most of the week to really get the carry and the confidence to let it out there. So myself, I was just trying to keep it in play and hit the head pin and hopefully get some breaks. It did early, but Wayne was just too strong today.
Well, it's fine that you compliment him, but you bowled a great match yourself, and I'm sure you'll be back next week. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thanks, Bo.
All right. And another 10 pin for Wayne Webb. 10 in the 3rd frame, 9 in the 4th, and now 10 in the 5th. About 2/3 of the approach. And a
Spare.
another spare. Now, Scott Alexander, 8 times a regional winner. Spare up 5th frame now. Title game. Victor here in this match, Nelson, would make him eligible for the Brunswick World Tournament of Champions.
Chris, you're right, Dad. That's our last telecast, April 19th here on ABC. Also, he would have a 3-year exemption from any rabbits on the tour, so he would be very tough.
And he would bounce Ricky Ward off the list.
And I'll correct myself, the Brunswick World Open culminates on April 22nd. Got my Saturdays mixed up. But he needs a victory to get there. And one of the key things for him this year, Chris, is he's worked on his spare game. You know, in 56 games, 7 days, he missed just 1 spare. That's phenomenal. When you have a strike ball like that, you can really do it. Here's the grip, kind of a semi-fingertip. The finger's in between the 1st and 2nd knuckle, tucks that pinky, but great wrist action.
Oh, no. Solid.
Big, strong-looking 28-year-old professional.
And nothing good happens for him in the last 3 frames. He starts with 3 strikes, then 10 pin, solid 8. He leaves the door wide open for Wayne Webb to get right back in the match. There'll be just a 10-pin differential after this conversion.
Depression or thoughts of suicide, side effects include nausea,
Okay, title match. We're in Toledo, where we have many friends, including a little lovely man named Errol Shunk, who passed away this week. He happens to be the dad of Steve and Amy Shunk, and has a twin brother named Raymond. So to all of them, all of us at ABC, deep sympathy. Steve Shunk, our talented production assistant.
And one of my real good buddies, Chris. My heart goes out to him and his family. Steve Areno, we'll see you next week. Our thoughts are with you, pal. And right now, the thoughts that are going through Scott Alexander are simply this. If Wayne Webb strikes here, we're all tied for the national championship with 4 frames left.
Wayne Webb.
Doubles in 6 and 7.
Those were his best 2 shots of this match. A baptism of fire all at once for Scott Alexander. Major title, Triple Crown event, first time on television, tournament leader, and he's all tied with a proven veteran with just 3 frames left.
Coming in the 7th frame.
Don't say there isn't any reciprocity in our sport. He gets 3 good hits, gets nothing for him except the spare. He throws it wide. He trips the 2-pin with the 8 off the sideboard. A great break. He must take advantage of it as the match is even. Takes the full approach, 6 feet. 1 inch tall, 5 steps, a lot of leverage, a lot of power.
Yep, Alexander doubled in the seventh.
Now he's got both of them nearly halfway off.
And with each succeeding frame, he's going to slide farther back. That pressure will make you do a lot of different things. Now here's a guy with a short approach at 5 feet 5 inches tall. One of the great arm wrestlers on the Pro Bowlers Tour, almost undefeated. In fact, he gets in a lot of contests, so he can muscle it down there.
Three in a row for the man that's comeback king today.
Scoreboard tells the story. Dead even. 2 frames left. National Championship.
There's Scott Alexander.
The unknown.
So you also get $1,000.
The determined.
You also get an extra spin. 5 for 15, $10,000. Hit the dollar, $25,000.
Left 9
That was a 9 pin. Just touched.
Webb quick with his feet. Right there, he gets a little quick to the foul line, snaps the ball through, jumps high, almost leaves the 4-9 split, standing momentarily. 2 pins the sideboard, trips out to 4 and 7, leaves the 9.
The 1 pin lead. Shooting in the ninth can increase it to 11. Double up.
This is his big shot right here. This is the one he wants. This would give him a lead going into the 10th frame, and even if he doesn't strike, would force Webb to perform. Best Wayne Webb can do is 2:36. Alexander going at a 2:37 pace. So for Scott Alexander, strike here, he is the new national champion. Spare 9 strike, he gives Webb a chance to tie.
So here it is. The opportunity.
Right now, Scott Alexander has to stay in the building. He needs 5 pins to win the match. His first title, first championship round. A lot of other goodies that go with it. Besides proving himself as a pro. His wife knows 5 pins. She's a sweetheart.
Computer operator at home doing graphics.
National champ right there. National champ, 246.
Oh, listen to this. The other players who have won their first titles at the PBA National. There's Cindy, his wife. It's a great victory for both. Dave Sutar, Bob Strampy, Warren Nelson, Mike Albee, Bob Chamberlain, Tom Kreitz, Mike Miller, and David Traber.
Some top players there, and this is a great one to win. A Triple Crown event for your first title.
Alumni named Kenny Miller in Florida. He's recuperating. I'm sure enjoyed that great victory by the first-time television appearance man.
Scott
Alexander and his wife Sunday will be talking to them
subscribe.
very, very soon.